Alright, so let's talk about like crazy albums, right? Because I'm not sure if it's confirmed or not, but the title was called Certified Lover Boy. Now this is the thing with albums, with albums like Take Care, which was partially The Weeknd's doing, and albums literally like Scorpion that literally came out in 2018, and then you got Views, right? So this album was Certified Lover Boy, which I totally agree with. You know, he makes songs for love and reminiscing on like thoughts and stuff. So that's gonna be a crazy introduction. That's gonna be crazy as it is, right? So when we talk about what is a technical certified lover boy, well, I guess if we talked about it, Drake would kind of be that certified lover boy, and it's crazy to me to think that, but I think it is true. Um, because you got like views like Western Road, you have If You're In It's Too Late, You in a Six, um, you have stuff from the care package that dropped, and you got crazy stuff like stuff that dropped in the care package. I don't even think we saw most of them, like Trust Issues. That was big when it came out, but when he dropped it in care package, it got even bigger. Um, but you got Views, you got oh god, what was that? Oh, you got More Life, which was basically like a lovers album, a lover quarrels album, which I'm hoping Certified Lover Boy is. Not counting the leaks, and if we count the demo tapes, right? We got the Chicago Freestyle, which would make sense. We have the When They Say When, Time Flies, which means this album was gonna have to end up being a love kind of a relationship type of album like Scorpion was, and Scorpion didn't do too bad. It did good. I mean, it was 25 songs flipped front and back, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but you do get into like these kind of repetitive albums, and some feel like filler. But also this year, right? So The Weeknd dropped. Now we know The Weeknd isn't part of OVO, but The Weeknd dropped After Hours. And After Hours, the whole album was about two relationships he's been in, and you kind of see him evolve, which I think Scorpion put into motion for The Weeknd's type, because they are for like the emotional side. After Hours was very emotional. Scorpion was very emotional, but then we go into the OVO camp, right? We go into the OVO camp, and then we have like Party Next Door dropping Party Mobile, right? And that's just crazy. And then Twist and Turn. And then, the leaks are crazy. So for this album not to be truly R&B, it would shock me. But no, this could be a partly rap, part rap and part R&B, which would be great. I mean, it would honestly be like one of the albums that we've been waiting for. It would probably be like Views, which Views isn't a bad album, but it didn't get the credit it deserved. So we'll either go Take Care. It'll probably be like the Comeback. And the Comeback season was a great mixtape. So I'm hoping that the album's good because Party Next Door, which is in the OVO camp. Party Next Door can write, bro. He can write lyrics and songs, and I give him props for that. So it's possible that it's a straight R&B song. My thing is, when we get to these feature lists, because he's saying he's staying to these 6 or 6. He's staying to 6, so like 6 God. So if it could be a 16 song track or it could be a 6 song track, right? And he said it's not gonna be long. He said like 10, 11 or 12 songs, which is still good. It'll be an album and like maybe like 1 or 2 throwaways, a few party songs, emotional songs, R&B. This could be a real good R&B album, which seriously, I think we just need a good R&B album. Not to say that After Hours wasn't good and Party Mobile. Not to say they weren't good albums. But I think the way in which Drake dropped Scorpion last year kind of reveals that he, on the emotional side of things, he has to come with something emotional. And I think Certified Lover Boy, if that's the title, could do it. But on the latest track, Laugh Now and Cry Later, right? That is a good song. That's a good album. Well, that's a good, my bad. That's a good song, and that's supposed to be the lead track on the album, which would be good. But that's the lead track. I would hope there'd be a Party Next Door feature, like I come and see me when it was on Party Next Door's album, or Loyal, like that was on Party Mobile. Like I want, and like if he's doing it that way, it could be great. But we also, when we look at these features, we have to kind of look at The Weeknd as a feature. I know they don't necessarily get along, but The Weeknd could legit be one of the most unforgettable features on that album. But that's my thing. If he goes fully R&B, I would kind of expect a Rick Ross feature, just because Diced Pineapples and Aston Martin Music. I would kind of think Rick Ross would be on that album. I also think The Weeknd would be on that album for The Crew, right? Because Take Care did phenomenally good. This could be up there with Take Care. But it all depends on who are the features and who he rolls out to do it with. Which I'm not saying will be a bad thing. It could be an amazing thing. It could be a great thing. But since we don't know the track list and the official songs and the official title, not yet, because Certified Lover Boy is supposed to be the title, but we're not too sure on that title. Which it's still great, but you kind of wonder. Certified Lover Boy would be great since everyone's in this kind of state of staying home and stuff like that, being locked in. So Certified Lover Boy, if it's an R&B album, it would be great. It could do amazing numbers, like numbers he didn't even think he was going to be able to do, even though he is a top-selling artist. It could do amazing numbers. It's just, it depends on who's in the song. It definitely depends on the features. Depends on how he does it. Laugh Now and Cry Later. It does grow on you, but the first time it's probably like a slight miss when the first time you hear it, but it grows on you, which is great. But if the album is like Views and it hits you and it's just complete run through with good songs, it could possibly beat Take Care, and it beat Care Package, and it could really be one of his greatest albums. Which I kind of prefer. If he does it by himself, it'll be great. If he does it with a few features, it could be amazing. So we just kind of have to wait till more news comes out on that album. But we'll just kind of have to wait and see. But yeah, we'll just kind of have to wait and see how this album really turns out. Because I'm not really sure how this album will turn out. So we just gotta kind of wait and see how this album really turns out. If the album doesn't turn out well, then we kind of have to will it back. But we will definitely see how this album rolls out.